Hey everyone, thanks again for posting all of your results on the blog. It's very much appreciated. I just wanted to spend a few minutes here giving you some insights and some direction as to where we're going to be going. We're now ending the first of our two phases, which is the accumulation phase, in which we're trying to establish or develop, I should say, some absolute strength and working on refining some skill work. Thus far, I'm really happy with what I've seen so far. I just do want to congratulate also all of those achievement people who have PR'd. I know Andrea received or got a PR of 105, I think, on her close grip bench press. So congratulations there. And also to Leanne, who's just been crushing those workouts. Her just ability to go to that dark place and get comfortable, being uncomfortable, as we say, is really neat to watch and see that develop even more. And to all of you, great job on the workouts, and we're showing some positive signs. So it's great to see that happening in the program that we have going on right now. Some other things I wanted to share with you, some questions I've got from a lot of people, one of which is how to measure intensity. I like using what's known as an RPE, or rate of perceived exertion. So in other words, what I mean by that is, let's say I give you a workout where you're rowing 500 meters, you're doing that 4 times, you're going at 90%, you're resting a minute 30. That 90% is going to be, it may be different for you than it is for the next person. So you may come into the gym that day, may have only gotten 5 hours of sleep. Let's say the kids are just, they drove you nuts yesterday. Your diet isn't all that great. So you've got to take into account all those different factors that may influence you being able to go at 90%. So what you might want to do is back off a little bit and go at 80, 85% if you can, and that's totally okay. So when I say going at a certain percentage, it's more or less based upon feel for that day. And hopefully the next time you do that workout, if you're not feeling great, you can hit it at 90%. The other thing I wanted to discuss too as well is workouts that involved a period of rest and why we rest, and what I'm trying to get an idea for in those workouts. If you have a workout where it's 4 rounds of a bunch of exercises and there's a 4-minute rest, let's say, what I'm essentially trying to see from each of you is your ability to recover in that time frame and then hit the same number or time or weight or whatever I'm trying to do in that workout with you guys for 4 rounds. And I'm also trying to see where that drops off at, so I can gauge where or how fast or how slow you're going in that workout, and then we can make adjustments over time, because pacing is really critical in the sport of CrossFit, as you guys probably saw in regionals. Those who go out too fast come to a screeching halt at the very end, but those who have the ability to pace themselves, know their engine, are oftentimes the ones that do very, very well. So keep that in mind when you're doing some of the workouts for achievement. That'll really help to gauge what you need to do. And keep in mind, guys, that there's a difference between training and testing. Not every workout is going to be a tester, right? So in every sport, you're going to have off season and in season, a time when you're, in our case, building some strength, developing a good aerobic system. And then you're going to have those times in the season when it's your testing season. And for us, that's the open. That's when we want to peak. That's when we want to be at our best, so we can do really, really well in those workouts. And a lot of times the workouts, or I'm sorry, the exercises that I have you doing aren't going to be very flashy, but they're going to be supplemental work that we need to use, or to do rather, such as Turkish get-ups or wall walks, to build scapula strength. That's so important, that will carry over into overhead squats, that'll carry over into pressing movements for higher volume cyclical sets that you oftentimes see in the open. So again, keep that in mind when you're doing it, and knowing that there's a method behind the madness, and we have a plan and direction as to where we're going. You simply just cannot be doing constantly varied tense workouts every single day, because if you do that, you're going to dig yourself in a hole. You're going to probably get injured, and you're actually going to get weaker. So you want to train specific things that you know you're not good at for a segmented period of time within the cycle, so that way we can start to get stronger in those areas. So, and all of these things are really based upon the testing that we did. It's data that we've collected, and we've seen, okay, well, your upper body push relative to your upper or lower body, or pulling strength, I should say, is off. And so those are ratios, as you guys know, that we use to determine what are going to be our training priorities. So keep that in mind too as we progress as well. Going from here into the accumulation phase, part 2, we're just going to continue with positional work from the floor, and the snatch and the clean. Also with the jerk, we're going to continue to develop our upper body gymnastics density work, speed strength as well, obviously, as you guys know, absolute strength. And also with our workouts, we're going to continue to build and sustain high levels of power and speed and effort in our training, and we can achieve those things through fatigue repeatability workouts, which you guys are very familiar with, either on the Airdyne or sprint work, and then resting for a certain amount of time, and then doing it again. So that's where we're going to go from here. Again, keep posting your results, keep posting your thoughts and feelings. Those always help me too. Take note as to where you start to fatigue, at what particular movement's giving you a hard time, and that'll help me to dictate the program from there. And remember, guys, you guys are the ones writing the program. It's not me. I'm just taking your numbers, taking your thoughts, and then driving it in that direction where we need to go. So in closing, I hope you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, and I look forward to the progress we're going to make down the road together as a group. Have a great week, and we'll talk soon.